Our first presenter today is Eric Strauss with Learn on Demand Systems. Eric is a Senior Director of Business Development and currently leads key relationships with EC Council, CompTIA, ISACA, and numerous other educational organizations across North America. Eric has been deeply engaged in the technology education industry for over 22 years. Prior to Learn on Demand Systems, Eric led a product and services team at Global Knowledge and managed strategic relationships including Cisco, IBM, VMware, Red Hat, Citrix, and Juniper Networks. Eric, thanks for joining us today. You can take over the screen and begin your presentation. Eric?
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I see in the chat here that you've got able to hear now. So we've reached, in the 20 years, we've launched 14 million labs. We've reached students in 216 countries around the globe. And in 2019 alone, we had 442,000 new users landed on our lab platform system. Our products and services include the capabilities to build your own labs. You can buy ready-built labs. We have a professional services organization that is able to help organizations build content, custom courseware, hands-on labs, and do everything completely from turnkey, from ideation all the way through professional content development. So we have full service capabilities on that front. We can play everything from full turnkey to a specific role of just an instructional design role or subject matter expertise support, etc. And then additionally around labs, we have challenge labs, and these leverage our performance-based testing capabilities and functionality. There's a whole suite of over 500 challenge labs that are available, which can be added and bundled into offerings. Those things range across things like Microsoft and different cloud solutions, AWS and cloud solutions on that front, cybersecurity, and a number of different offerings in there as well. From a content perspective, we have the ability to help design your own content and again, leveraging that professional services team. And then the platform is also there. So if you want to just build your own labs, we provide platform access that you can go in and create labs, put subject matter experts into.
Eric, this is Melanie. Can you hear me?
Let them build their own things. And again, we can provide guidance as necessary. On the ready-built lab side of the house, we have vendors such as Microsoft, EC Council, CompTIA, and a number of others that are partners with us, and their primary content is then their lab solution is then served through us on a global basis. We operate in 4 key data centers across the globe, so we have full capability and reach, and we're able to serve those labs to students either in a self-paced class or a completely online environment or any mixture in between. In addition, we're serving those to large events often at times as well. That could be like a software company having a major road show and they want to do an environment where they want to put hundreds and hundreds of users into an environment at the same time. We can do that as well. In terms of accessing those labs, that can be hooked up through an API. So if you have your own custom portal or LMS capabilities, then you want to just create launch links into, we can do the implementation and or work with you, your team, on the implementation for APIs. We also support LTI. We were just certified as LTI 1.3, which I know a lot of schools are moving to 1.3 right now. And then we also have our own training management system, which is a free version of an LMS that we can bundle in and provide to customers who want to use that. There's different use cases and scenarios where sometimes that's a great option. Even in an environment where you might have your own LMS, there might be features and function you might want to leverage in the TMS. In terms of the overall solution cycle, we're able to participate really from sort of an end-to-end perspective. From the front end around screening, we can use things like challenges and assessments. Labs can be a really effective tool for giving guidance around whether a student's prepared to go into a curriculum, and then where their skills gaps are, leveraging information to try to figure out how to optimize a learning pathway for them. Our systems and tools can then help support content libraries, building learning paths. Our services team can help me with learning path assembly and creation within the tool set. And then focusing down into initial and continuous delivery, really the ability to build and deliver that on a as large or small a scale as that might need to be done on a global basis or a regional basis, depending on what the needs might be. From the validation and credentials perspective, we're involved in things like badging. We have an integration with Credly for schools who want to use Credly from a badging perspective, or if you want to create your own badging, that's totally possible as well within the platform. And then all of this is leading back into increasingly rich data and analytics, which can then be used to feed back into driving innovation and evolution as you're trying to evolve your program over time. To just give a little bit of a concept about how those 14 million labs get served, we sort of serve a number of core industry segments. So software and consulting companies is a key one for us. We're an extensive partner with Microsoft and Adobe and a number of other large-scale software organizations. We're very close with, on the cloud side as well, with AWS. On the industry associations, I mentioned a couple, so ISACA, CompTIA, EC Council, other groups who are building out content and then managing that distribution down through their partner network. We serve a tremendous number through both the industry associations and then directly with training organizations, both business-to-business training organizations as well as schools and academia. We are servicing a number of those organizations. Oftentimes, they don't recognize that they're even hitting our platform because we might be, our touch point may be either direct relationship or it might be underneath, as an example, the EC Council or a CompTIA type relationship. They may just be accessing content from those organizations where they have a direct relationship and agreement, and we're simply a facilitation mechanism to help support that. And then we have a number of organizations who are working with us directly from an enterprise perspective. In terms of a quick idea in terms of what this might look like, so just conceptually, a couple of ways that things tend to happen. We either have, if you have your own LMS and you want to embed lab solutions and lab capability inside it, then we can set that up with that API or LTI. That will directly connect back into, on our side, what we call Lab on Demand, LOD. And then we will parse that into two pieces. One part would be LSU's development side, so you can do your building and testing in a safe environment. And then when you're ready to push that to production, that would be pushed over to your production side, and that would be what the students actually would be able to go service. The other alternative option, and this could be different for different parts of the school, different teams might make different decisions. They may want to leverage our training management system. It might make more sense in certain environments that you want to go that route. Our training management system is a free service. That's where you would manage users, enrollments, setting up classes, setting up your courses and course assignments, your instructor access, and a number of other features and functions live within there. So you'd have an administrator who manages your capabilities on that front. And then we simply publish, again, those labs would now be published over through the TMS, and LSU would have your own customized URL branded look, feel page to be able to drive your users into. So either one of those options are 100% viable. And not necessary to make a decision that everything has to go one way or the other. It's completely flexible.
John,
as different parts of the school have different
you have a minute
needs.
and 20 seconds left.
Within here, I just wanted to point out a few specific resources we have. So, and I'll send this this will be available for you all, but we have a number of areas that cover on our website our overview of products. There's a number of demos that you can get into, and you can sign up for demos. And then you also have access to documentation. And I just wanted to point out at the bottom of every one of our web pages, you will have visibility to our areas around compliance, accessibility, security, and privacy. And that is what I had here for the presentation. I was going to quickly, if I have time, do I have 1 minute left or am I over on time? Do we want to go to, we can either go to Q&A or I can do a quick screen share and just show you what a lab actually looks like.